Top of the news here at 5:30. Tomorrow is a big day for the city of Buffalo and especially the Erie Canal. The Seneca Chief replica boat leaves the Queen City for its bicentennial voyage.
This has been years in the making, and you are invited to cheer that boat on as it leaves Canal side at 8:30 a.m. Right now we have the executive director of the Buffalo Maritime Center with us, Brian Trejak, and the education director, Chelsea Moore.
Nailed it.
Did I get Moore right?
That was really good.
Thank you.
Kelsey's taking Brian's joke.
There we go.
Very good
All
callback.
All right.
Very
All
good.
right. This is huge. I guess let's just start with the Erie Canal. Buffalo wouldn't be what it is without it. And so celebrating 200 years of that is a very big deal.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, not to mention just Buffalo, but New York City, and you could argue the whole United States. It was pivotal in making all the progress that we, getting everybody on and through to the other side and all throughout the states. It was amazing. So,
Yeah.
Brian and Chelsea, you can weigh in on this too. Kelsey and I were talking earlier today about how incredible it's been to see the years-long process of building this ship play out on behalf of incredibly talented groups of volunteers. And then to see it float and be that beautiful of a boat. Watching that process from the outside in has just been amazing. How has it been being a part of this for you?
yeah, I was going to say watching it from the inside is completely astonishing. There wasn't a day when I didn't walk into the long shed and just see that and just be amazed by the work and of the entire community coming together and all of these people who did not know how to build a boat. Over 200 people that learned how to do this and got involved, and then all of the public coming in as well and just embraced this project as a Buffalo story.
I think one of my favorite parts is that everyone has their own stories from it. So you'll meet 80 volunteers who have signed up to go on this voyage with us, both as boat crew and land crew, who are telling the New York State their story. Whether they were steam bending these huge oak timbers that they would never otherwise have been bending like that, or working with in general. So just everyone's unique perspective coming in with different skill levels. It's so fun. We're a family. It's the culture that we have at the Buffalo Maritime Center. Every single person there wants to learn as much as possible and teach.
Yeah. Can you talk about some of the uniqueness of this boat as well? I mean, the one main center piece of the boat is one long piece of fur, right?
Doug fur.
Doug fur.
Yeah.
And some of the other things that went into the making of this boat that are just really unique and special.
Yeah, no doubt. All the bolts that hold the boat together were made in our metal shop in the Buffalo Maritime Center. They were fabricated by a bunch of volunteers who were so skilled that they just got a bronze rod and made each bolt.
Wow.
The keel is an old gin pole, so 100 years old, 150 years old. We upcycled basically an old gin pole that would have been used as like a crane building the city of Buffalo 150 years ago.
That is incredible.
The tiller is an old, so the big thing on the back that helps steer and and change the rudder direction is a piece of an old lock from Lockport. So one of the gates. So there's just so many parts. Like all of the bronze that you see on the boat was poured in our bronze foundry at our shop in Riverside. So just the whole boat has a story. And actually, when people are able to get on the exhibit along our voyage, they'll be able to hear about it and see plaques for different, community organizations who came together to help with making the mattresses, Stitch Buffalo. So many parts of this are community built and unique.
Continuous learning there, and the launch is tomorrow at 8:30, but that really is just the launch because that kicks off a whole series of events that happens over the next however many days. Talk a little bit about the journey from Buffalo down to the city.
So we are starting a program at 8:30 in the morning, but at 10 o'clock sharp, we hope, we're going to be leaving with a huge flotilla, then heading to Lockport, and then 33 days to New York City. We're going to be arriving a day early on October 25th, but October 26th is the actual day that is the 200-year anniversary when DeWitt Clinton would have left Buffalo. We can't leave Buffalo on November 4th because, it's a little bit colder then. So we're getting there.
Got it. And along the way, you're planting a special tree along the way in every single stop. That tree has already been planted here in Buffalo. It was this past weekend. You can find a beautiful write-up about that Jackie Walker was there for that planting on WIVB.com. Why is that an important part of this journey?
So the boat is called the Seneca Chief, and though we don't know why it was called the Seneca Chief, we know it's an opportunity 200 years later to include a piece of the narrative that was left out initially. So we are lifting up the Haudenosaunee, the resiliency and the pride of the Haudenosaunee, and it's largely inspired by that name. So we thought we wanted to give something back. So when DeWitt Clinton did the Wedding of the Waters, where he took a barrel of water from Lake Erie, went down to New York City and dumped that out, we're doing a Gathering of the Waters because our trip is going to represent community and bringing people together. So we are going to gather water along the way. Now, we are planting these trees, the Eastern White Pine, which is in the Haudenosaunee culture, the great tree of peace. And I was a part of that event on Sunday, and it was so incredibly moving to see the joy in everybody's eyes, to see that in this day and age, we're doing something so hopeful for the world.
It's got to be good. All right, if you are planning to go tomorrow, give us the logistics one more time as we're out of time here. For folks to show up tomorrow, what can they do? Do they need to bring anything? What do they need to
Well,
know?
they need to find parking, first of all, okay? It's open. We're going to have a lot of people down there. We're going to start at 8:30, but right at Commercial Slip, you'll see the boat, and we'll have a program with a bunch of speakers. Everybody wants to be involved in this, and then we'll start moving boats, and then we're off to New York City.
If people can't see us right at the Commercial Slip, we're going to be on the Upper Niagara River, Erie Canal, and North Tonawanda all the way to Lockport. So catch us along the way and you know, wave at us.
How does it? I have a question. I'm sorry, I know we're out of time here. How do you guys traverse these areas without like a pulley or anything like that? Is there a little motor on this thing?
There is a big motor
Okay,
on
a
another
big
boat.
motor.
On another boat.
On another boat.
There's
Okay.
no motor on that.
That's what I was going to say.
CL
Thank
Churchill
you.
is a tugboat that we took on.
That makes
Got
sense.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Great.
just curious.
No, that's a good question.
No horses out there. That's what I was curious.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not
Thanks,
yet.
guys.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Appreciate it.
Really special day.